So let's start with primary infertility. So for primary infertility, I think the first thing that I would recommend is to have your ovarian assessment done for the woman. And that will involve you having a scan. In the scan, which will completely look at actually the shape, the size of your uterus, presence of any fibroids, presence of any polyps, can sometimes suggest if there are any large polyps, and looking at your follicular count on the ovaries, and the blood test, which is the anti-Müllerian hormone, AMH. Together with the follicle count and the blood test of AMH, we can conclude what your current ovarian reserve is. So they could be a reason that you've got very good reserve, or you've got polycystic ovaries and you're actually not ovulating, and that could be a reason that you're not conceiving. Or on the scan, we find out that there were possible endometriotic nodules that we've got, or on the ovaries we can see some endometriotic cysts. That could be a reason that you haven't been successful. Or you could be somebody who's having premature ovarian failure, or your reserve is much lower than expected for your age. And that could be a reason that you have not successfully fallen pregnant. So that is the first line of starting to how to diagnose, or how to start, where to start with looking for if you haven't fallen pregnant. The second thing would be to check the patency of your tubes, to look for, of course, another thing that we have to establish is that you're ovulating regularly. So maybe doing a luteal phase progesterone blood test, which we generally call as day 21 in a regular cycle of 28 days, to that makes sure that you're ovulating, and that tells us, right, okay, fine, you got eggs, you're ovulating fine, and this is the way to go forward. And then the next after that will be checking your tubes to see if your tubes are patent. A blocked fallopian tube can be a cause, or tubal fluid in the tube, hydrosalpinx, can be a reason why you haven't successfully fallen pregnant. This will be the initial investigations that we would do, along with also AMH. We also do baseline hormones like FSH, LH, estradiol, again to see that your baseline hormones are fine. In cases of very low ovarian reserve or ovarian failure, we do see higher FSH as well. And the FSH readings are relevant only in the first 5 days of your cycle. So the day one that you start your period, it has to be done in the first 5 days. Those would be the initial investigations that I would do